This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
How a new hangar will benefit the Hazleton Regional Airport and the return of Adopt Me from the Hazleton Animal Shelter next. Yes, my friends, Adopt Me is back, and we'll get to the Hazleton Animal Shelter soon, but first let me say hello and thank you for watching. I'm Ken Kara, and here's today's information. A new hangar at the Hazleton Regional Airport will help boost corporate and industrial travel into and out of the area. Our Sam Lassant Jr. was at a groundbreaking ceremony for the hangar last week, and it's the topic of today's news feature.
Olympus Air was something that was founded by a couple of pilots just hanging around here at this airport, sitting down kind of like we are now, and looking to see, how can we make this airport a little bit busier? How can we bring and revitalize this airport? And we got to thinking that really the airports that are doing this are really inviting corporate air into their area. And so we got thinking how we're going to do that, and well, here we are. Olympus Air, we're going to be building a corporate air hangar. It's going to be 16,000 square feet, heated hangar, the 28-foot door. That's going to accommodate a lot of different type of corporate jets. A great example is this lovely G5 behind me, but also the other jets we see here would easily be able to fit in there altogether.
I basically grew up at this airport as a child, and my dad was a pilot in the Navy, and I always had a love of aviation. So to see this airport grow and the community become revitalized is just really a great thing. And what we're just really trying to do is bring some more business to the area. General aviation in the United States is so important. There's 5,400 general aviation airports in the United States. And general aviation, think of that as something that doesn't have airline service. So a small airport like this not only provides corporate aircraft, but we have medevac based here. So Lehigh Valley Hospital has their medevac helicopters here that provide transportation for patients quickly from the hospital here down to Lehigh Valley, so that's very important. We have in the spring during fire season, we have the forestry department has aircraft based here to help fight forest fires. So there's a lot that goes into a general aviation airport that's a benefit to the community. 17,000 businesses in our country rely on general aviation to help reach global markets. And the general aviation supplies $17 billion in industry, generating $51 billion annually in economic activity to communities. So small communities like Hazleton sometimes can struggle reaching out in the global economy. So corporate aviation can really help that, and airports are a vital tool to the survival of some of these smaller communities.
This is a great project for the city and the surrounding areas. 2016 we came up here and we had big visions for the airport and trying to help revitalize the traffic that would come in and out of here for the parks, the industrial parks. And this is a key to bringing in that kind of traffic and economic growth. So it's great to be able to partner with Olympus and help this become another step in the future of Hazleton Airport and the region.
So I want to thank Mayor and Joe Zeller for accepting the project and being welcoming to myself, Tom, and Olympus in general, because this is a project that without the city's support, it would be very difficult to pull off. So I thank you very much for that. The airport really is a true gateway to this community. So we get a lot of traffic that comes in through here, going to the industrial parks, like the mayor had mentioned. And a lot of times we'd get traffic in here in the past that possibly would want to have de-icing or a hangar or an airplane, and that wasn't possible because the services weren't available. But now with this new hangar, we'll be able to do that. So that's a great thing. So we've come a long way. We have a long way to go yet, but we're definitely going the right direction.
When Dave said, well, how would GAC Global Air Charters like to come out here and base a facility here, I was 100% on board right away. And since that time, it's been nice to see. Today we have a Gulfstream G5 here. We have a Hawker here. We have a Falcon 2000. I've seen countless Learjets and Challengers here, and it's nice to see that the city is starting to grow this turbine community, this jet community. It's going to bring economic growth. We're going to be able to bring jobs to the city, and some revenue dollars. I'm really excited about that. As the first tenant, we're very honored, and we're equally excited to work with Olympus, a company that's founded in Hazleton, just like Global Air Charters was. Just we're a company of pilots for pilots, and we want to thank this community and everyone that I've been able to speak to since my years coming here now, for welcoming us into this family and giving us trust and support for this, what will be a very grand project.
Today's news feature is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Remember, in an emergency, our emergency room is the safest place to be.
The Altamont Building in downtown Hazleton is one of 27 historic buildings in Pennsylvania that were recently awarded historic preservation tax credits from the state. A project to rehabilitate the Altamont as market-rate apartments will receive a $250,000 tax credit allocation. The Valley West 11 to 12-year-old Little League All-Stars from Cunningham won their first 2 games at the Section 6 tournament over the weekend, and now they are in the championship, waiting for the winner of Monday's game between Stroudsburg and Warwick. One more win for Valley West and they will make it to the Pennsylvania 11 to 12-year-old Little League All-Star Tournament being held at their home field at Whispering Willows Park. We are now 5 days away from the umpire yelling play ball in Cunningham. Today's countdown is brought to you by the Brass Buckle Mexican Restaurant. Hit a home run just across the street from Whispering Willows Park. Ken Pollock Ford, the most important option on your next vehicle is your dealership. Make that dealership Ken Pollock Ford, your #1 most trusted dealer. Borders Food Market, shop fast and save money. Over 6,000 items on sale every day. Favela Law, seriously injured in a car accident? Call us. And All Care Home Care. Your loved ones deserve the very best. For excellent home health care, call 570-459-3002.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Here's our forecast from the National Weather Service. On Tuesday, it's sunny with a high near 80 degrees. Tuesday night, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms before 2 a.m., partly cloudy with a low in the 60s. Wednesday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny with a high near 80 degrees. Wednesday night, mostly clear with a low in the 50s. Thursday, mostly sunny with a high in the 70s. Thursday night, a chance of showers after 2 a.m., partly cloudy with a low around 60 degrees. Friday, a chance of showers before 8 a.m., partly sunny with a high in the 70s. And Friday night, partly cloudy with a low in the 50s. The weather is brought to you by Valley High Food Drive-In in West Hazleton. They're open Monday through Saturday from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. and Sunday from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. These hours may vary as they work on staffing for the summer, so call ahead or check them out on Facebook. Coming up, Chris Barkanik is back to help some pets get homes in our area, plus our in-depth community and sports features.
SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Marie DeCosmo, age 98, of Jacksonville, Florida. A graveside service will be held on Wednesday at 10 a.m. at Our Lady of Grace Cemetery in Hazleton. The Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Camille T. Palmero of Hazleton. Services will be private under the Firo Funeral Home. And Gary Russell Stoller, age 63, of Berwick. A memorial service will be held on Sunday at 4 p.m. at the LCBC Church in Bloomsburg. Friends may call on Sunday from 3 to 4 p.m. at the church. The Cloucher McMichael Redler Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Today's social and obituary report is brought to you by Harmon Funeral Homes and Crematory. Call 570-788-0977 or go to harmonfuneral.com.